Hi everyone, I'm Susan, here for our next Tuesday Shelf Talk. Today I'll be talking about Ghost Wall by Sarah Moss. This book is only available as an e-audio book through BorrowBox. It's a little bit hard to pin it down to a particular genre. The main character is a teenager, but it's not written for teenagers. I'd say it's more literary fiction with both a near and far past historical focus, as well as some suspense elements. The story is that 17-year-old Sylvie goes with her parents to join an experiential archaeology camp in the north of England, so that she can experience what it would have been like to live as an Iron Age person. Sylvie's father is obsessed with this time period, which he believes is a time when people were true Britons, and when men had dominion over women. And he's especially interested in the sacrifices that people made to the bog in this region, including human sacrifice. This is a very short book. It's basically a novella, and the audio only runs for a little over 3 hours. So if you're looking for a quick read that you can get through in not very much time at all, this book goes very quickly. I was drawn in by the idea of living in a reenactment of the past, as I sort of like the idea of a simpler life where the main focus is that day-to-day needs of food and shelter and so on. However, the story also shows the darker side of our prehistoric ancestors. I felt quite unsettled after finishing it, partly from the story itself and where it goes, and also partly from Moss's atmospheric writing style, which has very sparse but evocative descriptions. The book is set in the summer of 1990, with mention of the Berlin Wall only recently having come down, which sets up one of the themes around political separation and unity, which is also a current focus for modern-day Britain and Brexit. Other themes around feminism and domestic abuse are also brought up. If you like your approach to those sorts of things to be a bit more subtle, then you may not enjoy that in this book, but yes. The location of the Northern English countryside could be quite idyllic, but it's revealed to be as deceptively dangerous as the bogs and marshes themselves. Ultimately, this is a story about being in the margins, so the margin between childhood and adulthood for Sylvie, the margin between life and death, between staying quiet and safe and speaking out and putting yourself into danger, between the working classes and the more upper class people who are the university students who are also at the camp, and even the margin between the land and the water. The story is told from Sylvie's perspective, and her view of the other characters doesn't show them in a particularly positive light, despite her repeated assertions to the contrary. She's often confused or unsure as she tries to contemplate the very different lives from the one that she knows. It's a dark and challenging story, but it's also one that stays with you a long time after it's finished. In parts, this book reminded me of the Poisonwood Bible by Barbara Kingsolver. There's a hint of Jane Austen's Clan of the Cave Bear for that Iron Age setting element, and also something of Charlotte Wood's The Natural Way of Things. So if you've enjoyed any of those with their themes and settings, then you'll probably find something to like in Ghost Wall. So that's Ghost Wall by Sarah Moss. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you again next week for another Tuesday Shelf Talk. Bye!